You're watching the January edition of the Library Roadshow. Everything you need to know about your local library system. And that library system is overseen by our director, Spencer Watts. Spencer, you have been here for 5 years now, and so many things have changed. The most visible symbol is, of course, construction, and we're sitting right now in the beautiful new main library at Goodwood. How do you think the new building is performing?
I think it's performing up to expectations and in many ways beyond that. People are still excited to come in and use our many different study spaces and collaborative workspaces. We have, a large, airy meeting room. We do have large, airy meeting rooms and a number of smaller spaces that are well suited for group study and projects and that kind of thing. We also have our beautiful, airy reading room on the second floor.
People just come and hang out.
Yes, and there are many places located around the perimeter of that room for people to work and study, and so there's actually a lot going on everywhere throughout the library. So I think our programming spaces, from children's to our exciting teen area to all of the other areas that we have in the library, are functioning in a very robust way that really helps people meet a variety of different needs, whether it's come and find materials to read, to study, to do research, to work on projects or work together.
It's really become that third space that we had envisioned.
Yes, and I think most people are very happy with that.
So, in line with construction, what's the timeline for River Center? That's the question I always get.
Okay, well, River Center construction is doing fairly well. You know, we've had a little snow recently, and we're hitting the rainy time of year, and that does have a way of beginning to slow down some construction timelines sometimes. We hope in the fall of this upcoming year, in
fall 2018, it's hard to believe. It's
that most of the
2018.
construction will be finished. But you also have to remember, then you have to furnish the building, and we have lots of interesting new equipment that we're going to be installing. So I would say somewhere near the end of 2018, we should be hopefully in that building, or certainly in the first month of 2019.
That'll be a good Christmas present.
Yes.
So major renovations are also planned for Greenwell Springs, which has been reopened in 2017 after the flood, and Jones Creek.
Right.
So what's up with those two?
Okay, well, we're making good progress in terms of design development, especially for Greenwell Springs. We hope to be able to go out to bid on that project soon.
That'll be wonderful.
In both cases, we're repurposing and redesigning a lot of the interior space to bring some of the same features that people like and utilize so much here at the main library, some collaborative spaces, new well-defined teen spaces in both libraries. We are adding some extra square footage. Jones Creek's on a very tight
it's like an island, isn't it? Yeah.
And there's not much room, but our architects have been very creative, and we're going to be able to add about 2,500 square feet there. And is that right, or is that a little bit more than that? 3,500. Yeah, they were even more creative than I thought they would be. And then we're also going to be able to expand Greenwell some, but in both cases, I think what'll happen is the buildings will function on a different level and offer a lot more opportunities for programming and for individual study and group study and meetings and those kinds of things.
So the function is we're going to raise that function quotient, just like people in Baton Rouge did when they repurposed spaces in their houses after the flood. They took that opportunity to make new ways of living.
Right, and it's important to remember that a lot of these they're very nice buildings in many ways, and we've done a good job, I think, of maintaining them and taking care of them. But just as things might have changed in the last 20 or 25 years in your house, there are also things that have changed in public space like a library that call for different ways of approaching things and different ways of serving people.
So talking about different ways of serving people, we have some new formats and some other new initiatives coming up that have nothing to do with construction.
Oh yes, I think we have a lively agenda of things going on here at the library in terms of all the different services and collections that we offer. One of the things I think that is going to be a really great thing is that we're working closely with the mayor's Cradle to K program, which is an early literacy effort. And that program is approaching things in a different way as how to engage parents and keep and to offer them encouragement to have a reading program, so to speak, a family reading program
develop
for the
a habit
children.
of reading in the home.
Yes, and that fits in nicely with some of our traditional efforts for early childhood literacy, but also it helps encourage us to think of new and different ways to find and engage people and to have them work with developing those reading skills and build those vocabularies for children,
That's right. You got to
so
front load your
important.
effort. That's right.
We also have some new things we're doing in terms of expanding the way that we offer our collections and the type of materials that we have and the formats that we have. We have the interesting new play-away devices,
That's right.
which make it really easy to get an audio book. All you have to do is pop in a battery and make
That's
it play.
That's right. And press one button. It's easy.
Yeah, you don't have to download things.
That's
so
right.
that makes it nice.
It's good for people
neat.
like me.
Yeah.
And of course, we're reaching out to millennials and business in fresh ways.
Yes.
So I think we're seeing that in the 5-star rating and such accolades like that.
Well, I think the 5-star rating is a real tribute to how hard the staff has worked at the library, throughout the library system, everywhere from the Career Center to local history to the children's area, to every one of our branches. But it also says a lot about the citizens of East Baton Rouge Parish who have invested in their libraries. Right. And then when we offer things, we try to listen carefully and make sure we're bringing them the things that they need and they can use, but they respond by enthusiastically using them. So I think that's what makes a great library. And the 5-star rating is important because it really looks at what is the outcome at the library. How do people use it, the degree to which they use it.
Right. Well, thanks, Spencer. We are really looking forward to a great year, 2018. After the break, author Randall Ladnier, plus we have book reviews from one of our youngest patrons. All that and more coming up next on the Library Roadshow.